welcome to my YouTube channel. Today it's my YouTube channel. Mr. LVM is not around. Okay, guys. I'm not alone. Look at this beautiful woman next to me. Guys, I'm so honored and privileged to have her on my channel. We will introduce her. But before we go there, welcome home to our new subscribers and to our returning subscribers. Guys, thank you so much for the love. It's hashtag road to 500 subscribers. Guys, we're gonna make it. We are close to 1K. I'll be doing a whole lot of giveaways so that we can reach whatever we want to reach. Anyway, today we are talking friendships before and after marriage. I'm with my queen here.
Yes, baby.
Please do introduce yourself. I will be reading your profile. Why not just tell us who you are? What do you want here?
She invited me here.
Okay, let's cheers to this conversation. Guys, my queen is here. Tell them who you are.
I'm her queen. And I'm her other queen. I'm the queen before and the queen after.
Yo!
So I'm Refilwe.
Yes.
Okay, Refilwe Lamola and ke ngwana go tswa Seshego.
Yes.
And currently
Home
based in
girl.
Victoria.
Yes.
And saved, washed with the blood of Christ.
Amen.
And yeah, pretty much that. I don't want to take it any further than that. So that's
I'm doing better.
That's who
I'm doing better. Okay, guys, I'm sitting with a woman who is defined by God. She is a wife. Hence, we are going to be talking about marriage. So, how long she's been married is a story for another day. But she's a wife to a very wonderful husband. I had to mention that. Okay, she's a radio presenter. And she's the founder of Harvest Hair SA. As you can see, she's rocking her fro. You know, yeah, basically, she is a voiceover artist also. I know her by the fact that she loves the Lord. She is blood washed, you know, tongue talking, you know, those rabashia. Okay, my queen. So today we'll be talking about friendships before and after marriage.
Yeah.
You know, many of us are aware that things change. The minute, you know, your people come for lobola, you know, your circle changes. So she will be telling us her journey. We are in no way trying to ruin anybody's reputation. We are talking about our experiences, and we just want you guys to learn. Remember what we say on this channel. We are not saying you should do it in your life. We are just telling you our journey. Correct, my queen?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So how has your circle changed before and after marriage? Are you that lady who has millions of friends, or what is your journey?
Funny thing is, back in high school, I had a lot of friends, and then moved to varsity and all that. And just before, I think during my engagement, it was when a lot of people started showing me
Flames.
Yeah. So
Don't be scared. Flames. They will but not heard.
So yeah, Shim. Like,
You know,
hurting.
And guys, this hurting is not only in relationships.
Like,
friendship breakups, I think they are more severe. Yeah. Okay.
So what happened was, this is a girl who was supposed to get married, and now last minute pops up an issue of new outfit that have to come, and now it's an extra 2,000, I think, that I have to pay in less than a month before the wedding. And then another thing is that I now have to cover transport. It was gonna be over 500 kilometers.
Okay.
To the wedding from where I was. So with all of that, I now have to cover that. I have to cover my own makeup. I have to do all those things, and still now find a way. And this is a month before the wedding. Imagine. So all this information is coming up. Eventually, she was gonna cover everything. I was just covering my outfits and just paying for that. And then now even accommodation, I have to sort it out. Transport, I have to sort it out. Makeup, there's another outfit as well. And then I was like, I can't. Like,
no, you can't.
Financially, I can't. So before I could even tell her that I can only attend the wedding, she took the whole conversation and took it to Facebook and
oh my God,
in a way I
thought I've seen flames.
okay, so on I just decided that I'm pulling out of her wedding, and like already she had paid for things. I'm thinking, what did she pay for? Because
Exactly. The expense was on you.
yeah, and then she took all like the conversations we had on WhatsApp, and then she changed them and took them to Facebook.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm not gonna entertain this. I blocked her.
Yeah, I know you had to. I mean,
and then she
sure.
continued doing all those crazy things. So like,
and we are talking about your best friend.
Yeah, this is like one of my like closest. She was a close friend. Like I was her maid of honor. That's how.
Oh,
yeah. So that happened. However, I just let it be, and then it's like, you know what happens happens. And then yeah, she's the only encounter that then since then I decided, you know what, if you're not serving purpose in my life, I can't be like in any relationship with you.
Correct.
So I had to relook all my relationships, like from friendship, you know, people I'm close with, people around my circle, and it was a matter of, okay, what purpose are you defining in my life? Why are you in my life? Are you doing any good in my life? Is there a reason that God sent you in my life? So it was just a matter of redefining that. And with that, only a few were left in my life after that.
Sure.
So the few that were left are still, no, not all of them, but most of them are still the few that I'm still friends with till now.
Which are the people you started with?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, such exposure. I'm actually shocked by what you're telling me. You know, if a friend can take things that are so private to social media, then it shows you what caliber of a person she is. I mean, you can't have that. Tomorrow you're going to tell her your most intimate things. Next thing they're published on Instagram. That's not good, hey?
No, it's not. Luckily, like, my best friend then is still my best friend now. Like, she was just a close friend. You know, someone I valued. However, my best friend then is still I even spoke to her today. She's not married, so I wasn't up for just because I'm married, then all my single friends.
Which is a point that we're gonna come to.
Yeah, something that I'm gonna neglect, you know, because I mean I was once single, and
exactly,
and I know how it feels when people who get married and then they start cutting you off.
Yeah,
and reasons didn't make sense because there are people who got married before me and they cut me off, and then I got married and it's like, so do I have to now? Do I go back to the ones who actually cut me off because I was? So
you know, now I'm part of you.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
Let's get to that one, my queen. You know, because I'm also a victim of that. I mean, I had friends, and then the minute they were getting married, I was automatically a demon. You know, that friend that you are not supposed to have. She doesn't do the things that you do. She doesn't pray the prayers that you do. Is it fair? Because most of that, we find it in the body of Christ, where they are telling you, your single friends can't be your friends anymore. Of course, your husband will be your best friend, but you still need that female friend that you can go out for coffee with. So it's what's happening. Is it fair?
I don't think it's fair because this is someone you cultivated a relationship with. Like you've been on a journey together. So now, supposedly, right, the marriage ends. Who's gonna, you know? Like, are you gonna go back and say, okay, can we work on our friendship again? This is someone, I mean, you don't have to share your marital affairs with that person. However, this is someone of great significance in your life.
Yeah.
You know, this is someone who's been there with you when, well, in our case, when we lost our mothers. This is someone who's been with us when we were unemployed. This is someone who would even call on certain days, say like, I just sent you 500.
Yeah.
You know, someone who's very thoughtful, someone who's been there, and now because there's a married title and Mrs. in front of, you know, your name already, they have to be cut off. And it doesn't make sense because if they were there, then why can't they be there now?
Yes. Power.
Yeah.
That is so profound. Yeah, I mean, you have to look at the fact that you were friends with this person before the man came. So even if the man is coming to take over, but how about we preserve that beautiful foundation of the friendship we built, you know? So it's totally wrong, guys. You can't call your single friends demons just because you are getting married.
Who's a demon? You were called a demon.
You know, I was told, that's what they say. And some of these people, guys, some of these people, they even say it during weddings. Those ones who are not married, don't ever talk to them again. And then next thing,
I literally planned and strategized around my wedding. There are certain people that I didn't want because of such statements. Not that I didn't love them, however, I had to look at, when I look at my wedding video, will I still be proud, you know, like 10 years to come, 5 years to come, all that. So it was a matter of looking at how to work around who's going to be speaking, who's going to be attending. I wanted it to be a happy event. I didn't want the negative concept of, you know, your uncles or your relatives or other friends, you know, who are going to come and then look at an outfit. I wanted people who were going to cover me, even in the midst of, you know, bad things happening.
Yeah.
You know, events are unpredictable.
Correct.
It could start raining and I'll be there in my white dress. So I wanted people who, something happens, they would be able to cover me. So even in how I invited people to my wedding, it was a matter of looking for people who were going to cover me in the midst of any circumstance that could happen.
Oh yes. Oh yes. You know, the more we are talking, the more I'm getting confirmations in my spirit that exactly what I wanted for my Lobola day. I didn't want anyone who would make me feel like, you know what, whatever amount my husband is bringing on that day will you know what, and God made it exactly that way.
Yeah.
It's very, very important to have people who have the same spirit as you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, not those people who be like pinching each other when you almost fall in your heels. We don't need
take
such
videos. And then
next thing you're trending on Twitter.
Your wedding is not trending, right? The beautiful bride is not trending. The person who like all the attention is supposed to be going to, you're actually trending that you fell. And maybe when you fell like beetroot, you know, wearing your white dress. So
guys, go hectic. Negative vibes. Yeah, it's very, very important. And the truth of the matter is that not everyone will make it to our weddings.
Yeah.
And the next thing, you are hated for no reason. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we are going to bring every angle of friendships, you know?
Yeah.
It's a given that there are friends who are jealous of you.
Yeah.
But when do you know exactly that this is jealousy? I will give you an example and then you will be the judge if this person is right for me or not.
Yeah.
When I didn't tell most of my friends about my husband bringing Lobola to my home. It was a personal decision. I just told myself I will tell them after.
Yeah.
So on a day after, when I was busy telling people, a friend of mine, okay, I'm like, yo, they paid Lobola for me. I sent her pictures. Next thing, I'm receiving a photo from her. She's like, my boyfriend gave me a ring.
So it wasn't about you anymore. Okay.
Congratulations, my friend. My boyfriend gave me a ring. What do we do with such friendships?
Okay, so from my experience, there's a brother of mine. We served together like at church. So however, he was like, you know, teaching me about the art of deflecting, right? However, I would say in terms of friendship, you can't be a deflector. You can deflect when it comes to when people are attacking you and you feel like, you know, you're gonna end up responding in a way that would harm the person. So instead of instead of dealing with the matter of why they're attacking you, you focus on the bigger picture. So with this person, they removed the attention from you and they made it all about themselves. So it's like you can say, oh yeah, I graduated, right? And then it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing my master's. So do we
need such in our lives? For me, I don't.
That's actually someone, I wouldn't say jealous, however, it would be someone who's in competition.
Competitive spirit, which is what we are seeing many of us. I mean, I've gone to my friends' weddings and all that, but when it happened for me, it was like, I knew it would happen for you.
Yeah, like when, how? Yeah.
Like you get what I'm saying. So now what I feel like this generation is bringing is a lot of competition, you know. If your husband can do this for me, what does he do for you? You understand? We are gauging each other based on material things. It's not even about how well your husband is treating you anymore. It's basically about, will he buy you a car? Will he take you to Dubai? Is that how marriages should be judged by our friends? concerning how much our husbands are doing for us. I mean,
you remind me of, there's a post that I put on Facebook, I think it was 2018, where I was like, yo, my husband is husbanding so well.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
That I'm thinking of buying him the Guptas and Duduzani, right? So that was when they were trending, and you know, so that was, so with that, so like I saw it as a reminder, and I'm like, you know what, my husband is still husbanding so well even today, and I don't remember actually posting him as oh, we are here, we are there, or husband to whatever. Like, I will do that if I feel the need to, without being pressurized by anything. And also, one thing that I have learned, especially in this season, is that if I'm posting something, what is my heart saying? Yeah. What is the whole power? What is the whole purpose behind me? Is it because I want people to see what my husband is doing, or I just feel like doing something? You know, like what is the main? That's so profound. What is behind me putting like my husband got me a car? What is behind me saying? Because people would be like, oh, my husband did this, I thank God for that, but then was God involved in the process of him getting you the car? Woo! So now,
what if somebody had to be killed?
Exactly. So how are we bringing God into something whereby he was never there in the foundation? So it's like we have completed a building. We now at the roofing stage of it, and then we are saying, you know what, God, we thank you for this. However, when you did the foundation, God has been saying, do not do this, do not do this, do not do that. So how are we now having the decency to say, God, I thank you for this. However, when you started everything, God was literally saying, do not. But then now I'm saying, okay, I would call it disobedience because an instruction has been given. Yeah. However, you decided, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah. So now it's like people who get married, and then after things are tough or whatnot, they're asking, where is God? Yeah. Because if he says he'll never leave us nor forsake us, if you feel like he's not there, then what did you miss? What step did you miss?
Because clearly it's you who missed, it's not God. True.
So that's just the whole issue when it comes to it.
That's so profound, guys. Yo, you see what I'm sitting with now? I'm super excited by this conversation. The fact that we are aligning and putting friendships in order. Yeah. So let me just say this. If you feel like a friend is in competition with you, do you confront them or do you cut them off? Or because in my case, I felt like there are certain ladies I had to take back. Like I had to, there are people I was close with, and then our friendship broke, but we reconciled. And in that reconciliation, I saw the same traits again. Yeah. Once bitten, twice shy. I cut off again. Yeah. So I need to know, Gutsi, do we cut off? Do we confront? Do we pray about it?
Honestly, I would be like, talk to them about it if they are aware about or of it or not, because most people aren't aware of their flaws. It's like in a marriage, you don't cut off an issue. Yeah. You sit down and you deal with an issue. Like if I am, like the other time I was with my best friend, I wasn't happy with something she said in my presence. Okay. I was like, I wasn't happy with that, and just in future don't ever do it, because then if I don't tell her about it, she won't know. Yeah, she won't know.
And she'll do it again.
Exactly. Yeah. So in every relationship, I believe that it's very important to be transparent. You are responsible for how you put a matter out, but then you're not responsible for how another person reacts. I mean, you can come in and say, whenever an issue is, like one thing my husband and I would we use as a tool in our marriage is we do not focus on the approach but on the matter. Because we are different people, different backgrounds, different, like he's male, I'm female. So even in terms of communication, it's gonna take time for us to gel into, knowing how to communicate proficiently with each other. So it's a matter of, I'm saying something, however, what is the main issue? Yeah. Is the main issue that maybe, for example, I would say that he left his socks on the couch. So it's not that the whole other things that I might be, talking about. So the main issue is that he forgot to remove his socks on the couch.
Yeah.
Right? Just that now how I communicated it, I added a whole lot of things. So you avoid the whole thing and then you focus on, okay, so next time I'll never leave the socks on the couch. So that's just one thing. However, you don't need to continue building that friendship. However, you need to love them at a distance. Because more than anything, John 15 tells us that, you know what, Christ says that I command you to love one another.
Yeah, that's a command.
So it's not a matter of whether the person loves you or not, whether the person treats you right or not. So Christ still expects you to love them. So if the friendship is not right, that's fine. Love them, but don't be friends with them. So loving people doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship with them.
Correct.
But it means when you see them, when they're going through their most and stuff, you are able to pray for them. Even in the hurt, you're still able, you know what, to go to God and say, God, this person serves a purpose in the entire global body of Christ. Help them in this situation. So simply like that.
So when it comes to loving a person from a distance, what do? Do I block you on my WhatsApp?
You don't necessarily have. You can just delete their numbers. Meaning you didn't stop them from reaching out when they realize that they are wrong. Because that's going to happen.
Exactly. Okay. So now, you know what, my queen, what you are putting me in a situation is, I've done that with a certain lady, and I'm sure she's going to watch this video. I love you. It's not even one, actually. What happened is that she is reaching out.
Yeah.
She calls me and all that. So even in the call, I can sense that thing, Guti, it's there. I mean, recently she called, me and my man bought a house. How far are you guys with your man?
Oh, she's asking you that.
Then
be honest with her. Like, my marriage has nothing to do with you. Like, really, you're married.
Then you are a rude person.
No, you are not. You are an honest person. You are not rude. You're like, I don't remember anywhere where it says that in your marriage, you are subject to another person's expectations or whatever they have, planned for their marriage has to happen in your marriage. I mean, now people can come, like, I have people asking me, you've been married for this amount, where are the kids? I'm like, what kids?
Yo, Sasha.
I got married. I never remember coming to you and saying,
I want kids.
Like
this year or that year. Correct.
I never remember coming to you and saying, okay, I need advice in this. Can you help me? I don't remember asking you, please pray for my marriage. So I don't understand.
We are trying for this and that.
So
yeah,
I don't I've been through the most, and I'm well aware you were aware, but I don't remember you saying, here's money for bread.
Yeah.
Or I don't remember you calling me saying, do you have enough money for petrol or enough money to for lunch?
Yeah.
So how is now? So okay, let's say that I have kids. What are you gonna do? You're gonna pay the hospitalization for the whole. Like, if you're gonna pay for that, that's fine. Let's discuss it now. So there are those things. Boundaries have to be there.
Set. Correct.
So that's your friend, but boundaries need to be there. It's your marriage. It has nothing to do with her. So they bought a house. So what? What is it gonna do for your marriage?
Exactly. Does it change the price of the bread?
Doesn't even change your marriage. Does it edify you? Does it edify your husband? Does it edify your marriage? It doesn't.
I don't know. Maybe I'm living in that world where, you know what, I have that thing, Oxuela, I feel sorry for people, because if I were to say something, trust me, the next time you see me, you'll be like, I don't like that lady. So how do you say it in a nice way? I think
your heart, is it coming from a place of love? That's all. You work on your heart.
Yeah.
You don't worry about how she takes it. You worry about your heart. Where is it coming from? If it's coming from a place of love, how she handles it, what she does has nothing to do with you.
Correct.
It comes from a place of love. That's it.
I love the way this talk is taking, the direction it's taking. It's so beautiful. So my queen, I want to know from your point of view, anyway, if I am that friend who cut you off, remember we are talking about the before friendships and after. So if I'm that friend who cut you off because I'm married, and then suddenly now you are married, you are getting married, I want to come back.
That happened with me. I couldn't. I
You
loved
can't.
You can't. I mean, there is a certain process in my life that you missed that I felt was very fundamental into, the growing of my friendship with you.
Yes.
And there's a transition that happened from, when you got married to now me being married. So unless you're willing to catch up, that's fine. But then I'm not willing to school you through that process.
So you missed it.
Yeah, so you missed it.
Yeah.
So if you really wanna catch up, I'm not gonna be on your back and say, hey, this and this. I'm not gonna. However, it's on you. I am not saying we can't be friends, but I'm saying there's a whole transition that happened in my life. I'm in a different season, different mind space. So you wanna come back now, and there's so much that you missed. I might be someone back then. I was someone who would. As you said, pat on your shoulder, just so even if you are wrong. But then now I'm someone who speaks the truth, whether you like it or not. So
yes.
Are you gonna handle that? When you left, I was this person. Now you're coming back.
Now I'm gonna tell you where to get off. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So guys, I hope each and every person who's watching this video today will understand the importance of treating your friends right.
Yeah.
Be the friend that you want other people to be, because energies never lie.
No.
I mean, okay, this is the last point. We are going to close up the video. We don't want it to be too long, but since I'm saying energies do not lie, what if you sense that your friend is busy ruining your name with her other friends?
Pray for God to reveal it, and it'll happen. That other friend might even come to you and say, yo, I was with this person and this happened.
Ooh la la.
And either way, whatever they're doing has got nothing to do with you. It's
Exactly.
not gonna bring more money. It's not gonna make you richer. It's just gonna help you build character. So all it does, it builds resistance in you. So next time when people gossip about you at work because of what happened then, you are able to withstand that. So it builds character in you. But then in them, they still have to deal with the gossiping part, which is something that God doesn't like people who slander. So in you, it builds character. In them, there's a lot of work to do.
That's powerful. Okay, so lastly, my lady, do you believe in letting things go? I know you answered previously that you believe in confrontational, confronting those people and all that. But my question is, how about if you feel like letting things go, without even talking? Do you think that's healthy?
Well, it depends on you. Honestly, I'm someone, if I let the things go, well, yeah, I let it go. But if you come back, we're gonna start there. I would let it go, but you don't just come back to me and I welcome you with open arms. It's not even gonna work. Or I'll talk to you once in a year. and it will be like that. There won't be anything to be things will happen. You'll find out that I was hosting this. You'll find out that I was doing that and you were not even invited.
Ooh la la.
So I'm just like that. If I cut you, it's fine. I let you go. But it doesn't mean I hate you. However, it means that if you want us to build something, we have to go back to how things got messed up in the first place.
Yeah.
We deal with that, then we start building. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk to this lady until. Anyway, she is gonna come back to our channel with another video, totally different setup. So guys, in closing, the more I talk to this woman, the more I have so many questions that I need answered. Okay, we're about to close anyway. So my queen, this last one, I'm telling you guys, this is the last point. So I believe everything that you've been saying throughout the video is the issue of building of character. Obviously, we are not perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be a good friend to that one and not a good friend to that other one. So, how do you build? I know it's totally different setup for you and your husband and for you and your friends. Yeah. But how do you stop making them feel like you are neglecting them? because remember, this is a new thing for me. I have to focus on my husband, but how do I make sure that they also don't suffer my friendships?
Like your friendships.
Yeah. Okay, sorry to
Okay.
stop you there, because I believe there are some that are saying, yo, why born and no, yo, why handsome, yo,
Oh, but you
my
are.
husband this, my husband that.
You are like, it's your husband. Like, you know, one thing I don't understand about people is that a good thing happens and already it's a damage to your character. Where else it has nothing to do with your character, you're just in a transition. Because as much as if they're your friends and they love you, they will allow you to transition into your marriage without expecting you, you know, to do certain things for them. I mean, if you used to see your friends every weekend, you are now married. So for you as well, it's a transition. It's a different thing altogether. So they need to respect that. And if they can't, they're not your friends. If you can't respect my marriage, I can't continue in a friendship with you. So it's just as simple as that.
Oh, yeah, because I think I'm going through that where some are saying, oh, she thinks, yeah, she has won the lottery. But what if I did win the lottery?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like, Mama, like, Joe, we get the mood. Mara ke mood. I mean, at the end of the day, ke mood.
Oh, guys, I'm so happy I called this lady. But I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. You know, friendships are important, but when the energies are right, when you both are treating each other right, and the last but most important fact, understand the season that your friend is in.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm pregnant today and then you expect me to go and play games with you at the mall, it doesn't work like that. You know, understand where I am, you know, where a person is, and respect that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to ruin what this queen has said. Guys, take notes. Take notes. You know, it's very beautiful to be friends with somebody while you are 18 years and 10 years later you guys are still friends.
Yeah.
They know you when you're down, they know you when you're up. You know, that's one thing about my mother. She used to have friends, you know, from back then up until her last days. You know, her friends were there, which is something that we don't find anymore.
Yeah, it's rare.
It's very rare nowadays, you know. People just want to be friends with you because now they are seeing you on radio, they are seeing you on TV, they are hearing you on radio, and they're like, no, I want Refugee close to me, you know. She's a good woman. How am I good? Am I good because I've got money? It doesn't work like that, you know. Thank you, guys. If you have watched until this far, you are the best. Okay, until we meet again, please don't forget to share this video. So many people, so many women need to hear this truth about friendships.
Subscribe to her channel.
Please, guys, you know what? Hashtag road to 500 subscribers. But I think the next hashtag should be 800 or something. Near my queen.
Right.